Welcome to Leos for Leos, the only channel featuring tarot intuitive readings on YouTube dedicated only to the astrological sign of Leos. This is a general reading, so some things I see will resonate with you and some of them will probably not. Just take what works and leave the rest. I am a Leo as well, so this reading will be for both of us. So let's just jump right into it and start the reading. I want to just get a good overview of the month. Just a good overview of the month of January. And see what's in store for us for the first month of the year, January 2019. What's in store for us? What can Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising expect during the month of January in the year 2019? Please give us a general overview. The first card up is the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is basically the outcome for the entire month. So at the end of the month, this is pretty much how we're going to feel, and this is going to pretty much sum up everything. So this is a card I love for us. I mean, the energy is so hot right now. You're single-mindedly working on something and trying to build something. In this card, you see the Three Wands, and they stand for the actions of the past, present, and future. You've got a lot of work to do. You've got a lot of work to do. But you are building your empire. Your empire's building. Your future is building. All the stuff that you want in your future is going into your efforts that you are putting in the hard work for, and you have been putting the hard work for. That is satisfaction and fulfillment in all areas of your life. You're looking and you're working towards that. You're working on also becoming a better human being. This is something you're working on. There's a sense of satisfaction observing the proof of your efforts. In some way, there is going to be a proof, and the next phase of your life is approaching quickly. I mean, at supersonic speeds. It's coming fast, and during the month you're still weighing out your options. And this is actually also about, and what I'm seeing is just quickening your responses to challenges. Like, you are becoming so skilled at what you do and what you've been doing that now it's so easy for you to just work and figure out problems. Problem solving is like your jam, you know? It's like you know how to do that well now. You're getting better at it. And it took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get here. So I know it's kind of disheartening to hear that there's still a lot more work to be done. But for what you want is huge. This is go big or go home. And you don't want to go home. You want to go big. What I'm also seeing is that this work is sort of on a start, stop cycle. It's like you're working a lot, and you're looking at what you're doing, assessing what you're doing. Each time you're stopping, you're analyzing your next move. Great job. That's exactly what is necessary here. This is a success pathway. This is the perfect harmony between hard work and strategy, resulting in success. If you look at this picture of our main person in the picture, he's got his head cocked to the side. He's looking, he's analyzing. He's like, what next? What next? That's the theme of January. Okay. Now, here's a little caveat to that, is that if you are obsessed in the action phase right now, this card is really suggesting that you forcibly stop for a moment to make sure that your direction is on course, or just to make see if you need to make a pivot, a small pivot, if at all, just a little adjustment in your trajectory. It's just taking the time to look up for a minute to see maybe what time it is, if you have enough time to finish what you're doing, or if you need to scale back one portion of the workload and pay attention to something else. There's a lot of editing going on. So some things are just going to have to be tossed and canned altogether. Like, totally, nope, it doesn't work. I've been doing it for 4 years and it hasn't worked. Or I've been doing it for 6 months and nothing has come of it. Bam, gone. Trash. And I love that energy because it is you taking control. It's lovely. This is very lovely. So, what's next for Leo? Let's get deeper into this. Let's look into the details of why we got this card. What are we going to have to go through to get to this card during the month of January 2019 for the Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising? What can Leos expect in this month for Sun, Moon, Rising, January 2019? Oh, wow. And it is great. Look, we've got the Sun. Leos, this is amazing. Okay. I feel like this is about the beginning of the new year and how it's going to be very inspiring and how you're going to be feeling very optimistic. This is awesome. I mean, this is big stuff. This is big stuff. Lots of big wishes that's on your list for your resolutions, and really feeling like, hey, you know what? I could do this. These are all achievable. This is not a wish list. This is a goal list. Maybe to other people it might look like a wish list, but for you, these are goals. And they look like they're actually going to happen. However, you know, the thing about December is that it was filled with a lot of distractions that kind of pulled you out a little bit. And there were many clarifiers too. A lot of questions about the future, about what you really want, the things that really make you happy, that even career choices were changed. You know, it was really an interesting time. And right now it's like starting that process of change. There's a lot of hope and a lot of optimism, but the clarifying period is not over. But now the new year brings with it a brand new look at your possibilities, and you're confident about a lot more things, about the things that you want, which is something that you're going to need moving forward to express your feelings about the way things are done. This puts you in a place of control. Like if you're dating, it's going to be like, look, I need you to be like this, 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 and this. You're going to put all the cards on the table. You're hiring employees. I expect this, 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 and this of you. That's your job. You know, if you're in school, you're going to go to teachers and be like, I need you to provide me with this, 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 and this. You're challenging authority. You're making your voice heard and your desires clear. People dealing with you are going to be like, oh, okay. And you're not going to be rude about it either. It's just going to be something that you're going to be able to express those unexpressible feelings. Now you're going to have that clarity in your voice, projecting to other people. It's going to be wonderful. This is what you've been wanting. You've been wanting this kind of power over your life. And no matter what's going on, the card is really asking you to adopt these qualities to get through any challenges that may come up. And you're not going to be able to get through January without this attitude, maybe even the whole year, without the attitude of the sun. Optimism. You know, this is a brand new day for you. And it's beautiful. It's embrace it and embrace the fact that, okay, this is your chance to make everything right, make everything the way you see fit, without being demonstrative or mean or anything like that. You're just demanding more of your environment and knowing this crazy optimism that you have, that you can actually get it this time. This time you can actually get it. And I love that for us. It's just, it's one of those things where it's like, yes, we need this. Now let's get some more details. I love these details. What else can we expect from Leos in the month of January 2019? This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please tell us the story that's unfolding. All right, Seven of Swords. Ooh. All right, I am seeing interesting things here. So let me see if I could break this down. This could be you or this could be someone else. The Seven of Swords really talks about someone who is a thief, basically, or someone who is cutting their losses. They're taking what they can, leaving the stuff that they can't. So this might be you, cutting your losses from a situation. You can't fix it, you can't change it, you can't figure it out. And so you're hastily taking the stuff that you can and bouncing, maybe leaving some other valuables. As you can see, there are two swords left behind by this gentleman, and he is hastily taking the swords away. He's running or tiptoeing away. So yeah, this is possible that you are like, hey, you know, this is not working and I gotta bounce. Sorry, I'm taking what I can and have a nice life. It might be that. It very well might be that. There's also, if this is someone else, beware of any like snake oil salesmen or people promising stuff, or like watch your stuff, lock your doors, you know, lock your doors, lock your windows, protect yourself, back up your hard drive. Don't go to any weird websites. Don't click on any weird links. Just make sure that you're protecting yourself in January. If there's a situation where you do need to do this, if you have this advanced knowledge of knowing it now, make a plan B for life, okay? Always have your plan A and have your plan B. Because you don't want this to be you. You don't want this to be you. Okay? If you can notice, this person is holding the sharp edge of the sword with their hands. Okay? That so it's like they're losing. They're losing so much. And whatever it is, it has to do with their passions. If you notice, there's red on the head, and then there's red on the feet. I mean, they're moving fast, right? They're passionately moving quickly, right? And they're passionately thinking. This person is working against the odds. The odds are against them. They're working against the wind. There, you can see that there's wind in the flags in the background. It doesn't mean that you won't get away with whatever it is that you're doing. Like I said, beef up your security. Watch out for your carefulness. Watch out and be very careful, especially loaning things or listening to liars, or someone flat out stealing from you. Oh, let me borrow this, but they're really going to keep it forever and ever. And it was something very valuable to you. Also, it could be, and this is for some of you, a very for you really like go-getters out there, it may also be coming up with a brilliant idea that can like save everybody, but it requires a little deception, maybe a little white lie, or even like something that has to be sacrificed in order to escape. It's like, it could also be a test. This is the other thing too. It could also be a test. A karmic test, okay? So watch out for those little things. Let's see a little bit more, because why on earth did we, after getting the Sun, why on earth did we get the Seven of Swords? That makes no sense, right? Everything was going so well. Please tell us more so we can figure this out. All right, we've got the Queen of Wands. All right, so Queen of Wands is a confident and focused feminine force. Very ambitious, a very charismatic character, full of life and driven by passions. We talked about passions previously. A great visionary, a leader, and this person is very mature and connected to community, and has a very cunning mind of creativity and action. If you notice, there are two lions on the back of her throne, and then there's like two statues of lions beside her. Leo, I mean, if this is not us, the black cat in the picture is really denoting her magical abilities, this beguiling kind of character, weaving spells behind the exterior, manifesting things. Whether you're male or female, this is a feminine energy that you have. It's gentle and sweet and kind, but it's also ambitious energy. And it speaks of romantic passions for beauty and nature and home. And if you notice, her throne is on a slab of cement, and that means that she's on solid ground mentally and emotionally. And with the sunflower in her hand, she is choosing to be happy. It's a choice that she is choosing to be in a happy state. This is us. This is what we're feeling. This is an emotional state that we're feeling. It doesn't matter that any other drama or anything is going on with deception, lies, stealing, or whatever. We're still going to be happy. That's a Leo trait. I think I talked about this in December. Things can happen around Leos, but we still happen to have an ability to be happy if we choose, and most of the time we choose to be happy. What else can you tell us about this? Why did we get the Seven of Swords? Please tell us. Please explain why we got the Seven of Swords, please. In January, how does this all play out? How does this all work? All right, we've got the Knight of Cups. Okay, the Knight of Cups. So it is a proposal or an offer that is going to be given to you. It speaks of something that could be a seducer or a wooer. through manipulation, especially with the Seven of Swords close by. I'm just saying, like, if you meet somebody who's like, you know, like a Lando Calrissian type person, even as a female, like a female version or a male version of Lando Calrissian, you better just stay away. If somebody just comes in and they're super charming and they're just like take your breath away, they seem like everything's coming up roses for them, they're too good to be true. If they have any offers for you, just kindly say, let me get back to you next month about that. Don't go for it this month at least. Or maybe just say flat out no. Analyze the situation. Make sure you do check everything. If somebody's asking for donations for stuff, be wary. If somebody is communicating with you on the phone or via that you don't know, it could be somebody you know, but somebody who is pumping you with like ideas that are highly romantic. If they're not just romantic, they're idealistic and kind of seducing you into an idea. Come on, you should do this. Don't fall for it. Just take your time and make sure, you're protect yourself. Like I said, have that plan B going. Make sure you got a plan B for everything this month. In fact, you might need a plan C. just throw in a plan C, because you just don't want to be caught out there with this kind of, with the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Swords so close by. We're trying to like narrow this down, and the Knight of Cups proves it's somebody else who could be a very, very manipulative. Watch out for people who want you to do things that's not on, or who see that you want to do this one thing and say, hey, you know what? I see that you want to do this one thing. Well, I got an easy shortcut for you right here in this nice handy little class. That's only $1,000. Yeah, that's all you need. Yeah, that's all you need is somebody trying to, scam you when you're trying to do good for yourself. So these cards aren't saying that the Seven of Swords may not happen. It's warning. It's just a warning to let you know that it could happen. Watch out for proposals and offers that are too good to be true. Watch out for people trying to do things for you for free, or, oh, I'll do it for free this time, but next time it's, $800. Watch out for anybody who's got like, oh yeah, just join this group and it'll be, any kind of pyramid schemes. Watch out for those guys. Watch out for people promising you stuff, promising you money. It may be a long con. It might have been something that has happened already and finally coming into its completion this month. Beware of anything where you have to separate with a large sum of money. That's a big one right there. If you have to separate with a large sum of money, just put your, just beware of it. Make sure it really is a reputable company, or that you're dealing with somebody who has like actual people that who have used the program or have used the product. Just beware. January. All right, let's look a little deeper and see what else is in store for Leos for January 2019. This should get really interesting because I would like to know for us what is going to happen to us Leos. In January. Why are we getting such wild cards? They're all over the place. All right. Okay, all right. Wheel. Oh. Oh, okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, well, this makes a lot more sense. I mean, I mentioned that there's going to be a lot of activity, but there's going to be a lot of activity, a lot of push, a lot of action, that's why we're getting all these wand cards. There's a lot of things happening, and the Wheel of Fortune really talks about cycles and change and ups and downs. And remember, I talked about starting and stopping. That's what's happening here. There's a lot of powerful actions and movements in the universe around you, the energy around you. You may be experiencing like extreme life changes, things that will change your life forever in a very, very good way. Be mindful of how to work that energy. These are deep, powerful movements in the stratosphere, the very planets, the universe, that changes your world in the real world. Okay. It's a huge burst, like a big bang of activity and chances that are being taken. That's Seven of Swords there. Showing up and big changes in destiny. We're talking about fate happening right now, and this is stuff. Part of it is stuff you've manifested. A lot of it I feel comes from karma. Remember, I was mentioning that it might be a test. There might be some tests going on. Keep your eyes peeled and look behind your back, your shoulders. Get set up spy cameras if you need to, because this is a test. It is a test of who you are as a human being and how good you are at what you do. So a lot of this, again, is stuff that you've been wishing for. You've been wishing for change, and here it is finally. Being a fixed sign, of course, you don't like change, but you've been wishing for it, and it's coming. It's going to be here in 2019 to kick off the year. Passions actually power this wheel. If you notice, there's a form, a red spirit kind of creature that is on the bottom of the wheel, and it's kind of directing the direction of the Wheel of Fortune in this picture. And this is a wheel that never stops. It's connected very deeply to your karma and your spirit energy. So you are going to definitely be the determination of what happens in the Wheel of Fortune for you. But at the same time, it's determining, this is a true test to see if you are ready for that next step you've been begging for. You've been begging the universe, and it says, okay, there you go. Here it is for you. And it's not just based on what you want, it's also based on what the universe is seeing you putting the most energy into, right? So if you're spending the most energy into your looks, well, you'll be noticed for your looks. If you've been spending a lot of energy and time on finding a love, you're going to find the love that you're looking for, or at least some prospects, some really good prospects, like very incredible prospects that, like I said, changes your life, or changes the trajectory of where your life is going. Also, like if you've been concentrating on a business, again, success, notoriety, people noticing your product, people buying it, selling more product, actually bringing in an income, or even bringing in more income. So this is also a very incredible breakthrough, which sometimes with breakthroughs, they create so much energy, and they really, like, it's almost like a combustible kind of energy. So this is going to be really exciting for you. You might even be upset at the change. It might feel like your whole world is ending, but it's not. It's like an avenue for you. It's going to clear a nice path for you, because that's how change feels. Okay, so don't fight don't fight what's going to happen. Protect yourself as much as you can, right? Protect yourself and secure yourself with, I told you, the plan Bs and the plan Cs of the world, and let it play out. Let it happen. Stay flexible. Be malleable. Move with this flow. Be positive and keep moving and be positive. Remember, the Queen of Wands, she chooses to stay positive and graceful in a very creative way. Be the Queen of Wands in order to combat any negative parts of the Wheel of Fortune. If there is, I mean, you may see this change and you may work right along with it, and you will be the Queen of Wands willingly. But if you don't see that, or you don't feel that, just try to remember anything that's happening in January that is a big change, drastic change, just go with it and be a team player here. Positivity is really going to make the difference of the outcome for you. Again, this is a test. Let's see more. I think this is explaining a lot. It's going to be a very busy month. So let's continue to see more. What else can we expect for Leos in January 2019? Sun, Moon, Rising. All right, King of Wands, another wand action card here. Lots and lots of action. When I pull these cards, I am always surprised how much these cards relate to each other. Because we have the Queen of Wands, who is the graceful, creative force. And now we have the King of Wands, which is very much, is the male version of that. A very male energy we're talking about. Okay? He's very focused, honest, loyal, again, mature. And he holds the wand just like it's a ruling staff. Hey, look, why don't you behold the responsibility of your power? okay, of your abilities that you have in the world. The people that are looking to you to help lead them. People who come to you for advice. People who think you're, you know, who ask your opinion for things. Okay? Now, he's a lot like the Queen, as I was saying before. I mean, he's a lot like the Queen. He's got all the same qualities, right? And you know, one of the other key things is that he's also on a slab of concrete, which is, you know, really represents the grounded demeanor that has got his feet on solid ground, okay? And he's stable. You know, there's a playful genius about his creativity. It's slightly more dynamic than the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is more romantic, but the King of Wands is more of a go-getter, is more of like the scientist, genius, CEO, you know, creative genius is what I'm really feeling here. He's got a fiery energy, a fiery spirit. So for him, it's more like there's a lot of passion. He even has red hair. He's very passionate about what he does. Very passionate. And again, there's two lions in the background. Again, the cards are talking to us Leos. They're talking directly to us. You know, we have a renewed sense of originality this month. It's renewed. More creativity is like wild. When it comes to this, really let loose on creativity. Just let it loose. Just let it go and have fun with it. Okay, whatever it is, decorating the home, your business, you know, if it's fashion, if it's doing your hair, different hairstyles, just let it loose and do different, express yourself in a very unique way that maybe you haven't been expressing yourself in so long, okay? But in the process of being passionately creative, be mindful of others, okay? Give talented people a chance to share the spotlight with you, because they can actually make the project more valuable, okay? And it could mean that this brilliant idea can actually, you know, there could be more. This could mean brilliant collaborations. And be sure to communicate your ideas to others in a way to build incredible bonds and alliances. You know, there are people who are out to get you in life sometimes, right? But in the case of of this thing you're building, or things that you're building, if there are people around who are talented as well, and they want to be on your team, give them the opportunity. People are going to ultimately help you along the way during the rest of the year. And you know, this could also be, I mean, for some people, they're more concerned with the relationship aspects of a reading, and in a relationship, it's about a man who is really a great, passionate lover that lives a big life. I mean, he's almost like a celebrity. And this could be someone entering your life. It could be a friend, or it could be a lover. And the same thing with the Queen of Wands too. I mean, it could be said that the Queen of Wands is a woman, but I really feel that this, for most of us, this is our internal energy that we're going to be accessing in order to get a positive outcome for the month. Okay, so what else can we expect in the month of January in the year 2019 for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising? What else can we expect for Leos in the year 2019 for the month of January? All right, Three of Pentacles. Okay, this is really diving into the aspects of work or creating something, okay? So it looks like, again, showing off your skills, doing meaningful work, enjoying it, enjoying one's work, in a career that's completely suitable for you, and it's fulfilling. It's extremely fulfilling. That there may be some extremely satisfying teamwork. Okay, there's teamwork going on here, because as you can see, there are 3 people here, and they're all pitching in their way. And it's creating something great, of great quality, something that's going to last, that's strong, okay? A foundation is being set. Actually, the foundation has been set already. And now it's the time to put in the details of the work, defining every single aspect of this creation. And how it's going to serve the public. Now, this is also a cycle. This talks about a cycle being completed, which works very well with the Wheel of Fortune. There's a big change and a new cycle that's beginning. And we saw this in the first card, the Three of Wands, as well. There's a new beginning and producing a creative project that kind of has turned a place, or turned a corner. It's turned a corner and given a chance for incredible success. And, you know, there may be a possibility of some accompanying accolades, as you can actually see that this craftsman in the picture is actually on a platform. He's been given a higher stage to work from, and the other 2 are looking up at him. And it's important to pay attention to the details and do your very best job at the things you do best. Or if not, as I said before, get help if needed. There are people that are going to be around that you will be able to access to help you with stuff, but you've got to keep your eyes open to see those people, and also be willing to share the stage for a few moments. It's nice to say, I did it all by myself, but it's even better when you say, I did it with these other very talented people, and you find that they end up being your sort of your own cheerleading squad, you know, helping you to reach success too. And here's another thing. There may be, and this is also kind of interesting. There may be a possibility that you may be helped financially to complete the job. That might be a chance for some of you, that someone will, a financier or some sort of investor might come in, and just remember, if you come up with any contracts or agreements, just make sure that you cross your T's and you dot your I's, because just look out for the fine print. Again, remember, you want to always have that plan B. Think of a plan B. It's better to be safe than sorry. In the process of the skillful work that you'll be doing, please do not use any shortcuts, okay? No shortcuts. The work that you're going to be doing is going to be hard. I'm not going to lie, very, very hard, but it's going to be, so satisfying, okay? Now, this is the working process for a material masterpiece. I mean, people are going to be talking about this for a long time. So let's continue on. Let's see what else is in store for Leos in the month of January 2019. This is going to be my last card and let's see, I hope it's a good one. Okay, 10 of Cups. All right, okay, this is great. Okay, now we're gonna go through all the aspects of this card, because there's great things in there, but there's also a message inside that we need to adhere to. Okay, so this card stands for exactly what it looks like. A happy day, a happy moment. This is emotional bliss after a very long struggle. And there's happiness in the home, and many other kind of relationships, like friendships and love relationships. There's a harmony that is happening for romantic relationships. It's the sort of high feeling of being in love with someone who is a spiritual twin. And it's a psychological state. Okay, in general, it's a card of high hopes for the future. Now, let's break it down. Now, the cups are in the air, representing that they're not actually in grasp. Now, this is an idea or a representation of an idea that you want to have or always wanted to have in life. It's an ideal. You're finally feeling as if it's in grasp and it could be real to you. Now, the children in the picture, they represent your inner child, both masculine and feminine. Now, they are dancing in celebration, which is perfectly fine to do. You need to, as much as there's so much work and so much action, hey, why don't you let your hair down a little bit and celebrate your wins that you receive this month? It is so important. As well, there's another bit of detail in this. Now, this is a hopeful time that's being presented to you, but there's an actual manifestation in the real world. And that gives you the evidence that this can be actually a real future. Because if you look in the picture, under the floating cups is a wonderful lush lay of land for the family to enjoy. And that part of the dream is real. Like it's actually here. It's your hopes and dreams are actually with here. However, you aren't really like dealing with the hardships of what this next step really means. Like, they're not, this family is not thinking about the maintenance and the care and the hard work that's going to go into having a land like this and having a home. And there's still a lot of hard work yet to come. So that's the caveat. It's great. It's a great card. Keep that positive feeling going, but know that the hard work is not over, and you've gone through quite a bit of work to get there, but there's still more. So the key here is to be honest with yourself and everyone around you about who you are, what you want, and what you need, without being a complete party pooper. You know what I mean? Stay optimistic, but be very honest with it. Remember, the last thing you want to do is trick others into thinking you're something that you're not, because there's a whole bunch of karma tied into this card and the Wheel of Fortune card and quite a few of the other cards, right? The Seven of Swords as well. Keep your karma fresh and clean. How is your karma doing? You know, Leo, just remember, try to be as honest as you can. And, you know, don't overshare with anybody, but just try to be very careful. Like, yes, I do know how to do this, but I am not sure on this. Be honest with yourself and other people, especially people you're working with and are making contracts with, possibly for future deals. Okay? All right, so I think I want to, even though that was an awesome card and I love the ending that it has for us, I'm going to ask, I'm going to actually pull from my personal deck of cards that I made, so that way I can see if there's some extra words of wisdom that we can glean from them. Okay, and this is for January 2019. What are some closing thoughts for Leo's Sun, Moon, Rising, just to help us out here with all of this action that's going to be happening, ups and downs and interesting turmoils and work and creativity? Please give us some words of wisdom. Oh, interesting. Okay, so my first card is external wisdom. Okay, I was just asking for wisdom, and there it is. External wisdom. Ask for help. Rely on others for advice, and keep your eyes on the prize. This is so important. Keep your eyes on the prize, you know, and ask for help. Ask for help. I think that's, again, the Leo pride. We do want to do this ourselves. It's not going to happen. If you want to change, okay, you want to change how things have always been, you got to start doing something differently. And one of the different things is start asking for help. Look, I need you to take care of this little piece of the puzzle for me. Can you do that for me? You'll find there's a lot of people who can. And you want to get, of course, people that you have experience with, or you know them a little bit more, like no strangers, right? People you know. Try to stick with the people that you know. Let's see. Another card. Second card. Gratitude. Okay. Easy. Be grateful for what you have. Even if you lose something in all of this, be thankful for what you're able to retain. Thank your blessings every day, and it'll return in triple fold. Okay? Also, just try to see if you can do this every morning, every day. 5 things you're grateful for as soon as you wake up. As soon as you wake up in the morning, 5 things. Just 5 things you're grateful for. If you can come up with 3, man, just make up 2 more if you have to. Steal somebody else's gratitude if you can't think of any, right? What is the next card that we'll be pulling? Tranquility. All right, so tranquility is that even though there's a lot of action going on, take some time to just relax and maybe just go with the flow with some of the things. Like, definitely when you get those creative bursts of energy or just creative ideas, definitely go with the flow with that. And for many people, and I can speak for myself, when I'm working on something I absolutely love, that is a tranquility to me. It's kind of weird. My brain just kind of goes into that facet of flow, and it feels so great. And try to find tranquility in your day, even if it's 5 minutes to just be alone. It can really help center you this month, and especially when emotions rise, to kind of settle you back down to normal and logically and very, very gracefully handle situations that arise. So that is it, Leos. That's our month of January 2019. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to this channel for Leo monthly readings and hit the icon next to the subscribe button to be the first to know when my next video gets posted. Many blessings to you, my friends, and remember that this channel is dedicated to you and to you alone. Thank you so much.